Welcome to the Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. I'm going to be starting a new game. I played the demo, but I only played the prologue. And I played it through like 3 times because I found the combat system to be so confusing after 10 plus games of playing a certain way. I'm going to change a few things. You know, the music's okay, sound effects. Okay, this is probably okay. I don't know, I'm finding the music a little loud, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit more. Display. Why would the sensitivity vertically be different from horizontal? Probably find out there's a really good reason for that. Okay, we're good here. Controls. While we're right here, and I'll try to be brief about this, I taught interface design to video game students for over 15 years. And this has a problem. It's using a serif typeface, and there's not enough space between the letters. They're treating this like it's a piece of printed paper instead of a screen with a light source that comes behind it instead of reflects off of it. There should be more space between the letters, and you should not use a serif typeface on a screen. Seriously. Although it's not as big a deal as it was 15 or so years ago, it's still kind of a big deal. I'm kind of astonished that a game that this many people looking forward to made a mistake like that. I will try not to grumble about it at other times. Although I have seen a few reviews where people have mentioned they found the text hard to read, and this is why. Use a sans serif font, a font that's got all the letter forms the same width. Not this one with the little feet on it. The only game I've ever seen use a sans serif font, a serif font, and use it correctly, so that you could read the screen, was The Last Remnant. And they used a particularly strong typeface called Cooper Black. Look it up if you're really curious about typography. Anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to go to New Game, because like I said, I played through the first part of this game several times to get used to the attack system, which is very different. But we're starting all over again, as I have a bit of a handle on it now. And here we go. I'm going to go easy. I'm more interested in the story. And I already know I'll play this through a second time, and I'll play it through a nightmare. That's what I do with Trails games.
There you go. Brought the goods. Wasn't easy to find this, you know. Went around every damn antique shop in the capital before we came across it.
Yeah, and now my legs hurt like a bitch for it. Gonna hurt something fierce tomorrow.
Well earned, I'm sure. Open the case so we can confirm its contents then. This does appear to be what the bosses asked for. It looks authentic to me, too.
This ain't no knockoff. It's the real thing. So, we good for $1 million?
And where did you pull that figure from? I believe we agreed on 100,000 Mira down, and 300,000 more upon completion of the job.
Yeah, well, that was then, and this is now. Inflation ain't pretty, you feel me? Doesn't sound very fair that we busted our asses for something so important only for a little loose change.
And there's a lot of rumors going around about you guys. How about it? You treat us right, and this could be the start of something real nice here.
Huh. Interesting. I suppose you do deserve a little extra something.
The hell? You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, you think we won't play?
What is this?
Huh. Should've known your place. Word to the wise. Don't try to blackmail someone higher up on the food chain.
Damn it! The cops!
When did they start patrolling down here?
Idiots. Must have been on your tail. Let's just get out of... What? Where did it go?
I don't know any better than you! What are you doing down here?
Here. We're done. Let's scram.
We ain't gonna wait around to get busted neither!
This wasn't how it's supposed to go!
Suspects in sight!
Seems that tip paid off. Apprehend them!
Even those dumbasses in the police force have their uses once in a while. Thing's gotta be worth a shit ton of Mira if A wants it that bad. Guess I should check the Black Light District. Or maybe there would be a better place to start.
Thanks for your patronage. Hope to see you again.
Just you now. We're about to close for the day.
Yeah, I hear ya. Come on. Gotta take this upstairs, Humes.
I'm gonna go to bed then. Night-night.
Night-night. Grandpa loves you.
Good night, sweetie. Don't forget to brush your teeth first, all right? This one's on me, Van.
Thanks. These little perks are why they call you the diva of the diner, you know?
Well, this diva's very welcome.
Think you can butter her up, do you? You really shouldn't enable him.
I sure smell something brewing. And it ain't the coffee.
Well, that's another dead end for me. I guess going above board for this is going to keep getting me nowhere fast. I think I'll have to take her advice after all. As bad as I feel exploiting loopholes in the law... Bingo. It was stolen from an antique shop in the capital last weekend, but because it could have been stolen goods, the shop never reported it. This has trouble written all over it. I have no idea if this person even exists, but let's plug in that code she gave me. Oh, it worked after all. Monmar. This looks like the building.
In case anyone's wondering, yes, this is supposed to be Paris. Just Paris in the Trails series. They even have districts.
What an adorable bistro this is. It has such a welcoming storefront. Is the place I'm looking for really right above here?
Oh, are you a customer, perhaps? It's still breakfast hours if you're interested. Or is it the office upstairs you're here for?
It is the office, actually. Is this where I can find Arkride Solutions?
That's right. He only just finished breakfast himself, so I'm sure you'll still find him in his office. He might have gone back to bed, though, so don't be shy about knocking a few times to get his attention.
Well, it doesn't get more complicated than mine.
First thing in the morning? You're, not really here with a job, right?
I am. I have something I'd really like your help with, so if you don't mind, sir. Thank you very much. First, I'd like to tell you a little about myself. My name is Agnes Claudel. I currently attend a school in the Ober district.
Armis Academy, yeah? Pretty famous school. Guess you're a first-year student living in the dorms, Miss Claudel?
You're very well informed. Oh, was it my uniform that gave it away?
You got it. Though I think anybody who lives in Edith would recognize it. The first-year part's just my gut. You sure got the looks of a grown woman, but the way you carry yourself says it all.
I beg your pardon?
The name's Van. Van Arkride. Don't got a clue how you found out about me. But if you know the 4SPG code, you gotta know what work I do here, right?
I do. You're a contractor people go to when they have a job they feel uncomfortable discussing with the police or the guild. I'm told people often refer to you as a Spriggan.
Close, but not quite. It's not just an issue of comfort. I take on jobs you flat out couldn't bring up to the authorities. Jobs so close to illegal, the cops hate me. You get that, right?
I think so.
Well, whatever. Just give me a rundown on what you want doing for starters. I'll decide whether to take it on after that.
Thank you. In that case.
Holy shit. Don't tell me Aramis gives all new students Zyphas these days. Those things are top of the line.
Zyphas.
No, but, you're not far off. Please have a look at this.
An antique pocket watch. Wait.
This is what I want your help with. I'd like your assistance in locating the old orbment in that image. It's a few decades old and a memento of a relative of mine. My great-grandfather.
Where'd you get this image?
It was Well, it wasn't through an ordinary search engine, I'll say that. Records indicate it was stolen from an antique shop in the city a week ago.
I'm gonna assume you mean a special search app based on a P4 protocol exploit. Not what I was expecting. I'll give it to you straight. Take this one to the cops or the guild. I don't know what kind of orbment this is, but it looks like it's got a whole lot of historical value. And you mentioned it was stolen. Likely some seedy folks are involved at this point. Besides, searching for a memento of a relative sounds like something those suckers at the guild would eat right up.
So you say, but... I can't. I just can't. I can't go to the police with this. And the guild is even more out of the question.
If you say so. Oh, I guess I should have put out something to eat with the tea, huh?
Oh, speaking of food... This is from a popular cakery near our dorm. They only make 20 of them a day, and they're supposed to be really good...
This is Andalusia's late summer limited time edition! The specially made tart covered in Violette de Soleil figs from Oregon honey!
You are something of an expert, I see.
I just want to make this clear. I'm not doing this because I couldn't say no to that tart. Got it?
If you say so.
And suddenly we don't have voice actors. You must be a connoisseur of sweets, huh? I thought you would wolf it down right on the spot, but you put it in the fridge with care, with all the care given to a family heirloom, which I happen to be looking for. Oh, did I say that out loud? Andalusia! What kind of sick freak would save it for an end-of-the-day treat? Wouldn't it be stale, though? It's fresh bakery. Oh, I'm so jealous you live near that place. Must be nice being a student. Aha. Even we have a hard time getting the limited time ones, to be sure. So, Mr. Arkride, are you really accepting my job, then? I'm not going to turn it down now, but that tart only got you in the front door. You're still going to have to pay my usual rate, and that's a hell of a lot more than what the guild charges. It's fine. I have the money. Now, where are we going first? See an old geezer who knows more about thieving than most. He's as skeezy as you get, but there's no better guy in times like these. Should be in the 6th district right about now. Near the river? Are we taking the subway then? Nah, the bus will get us there at this hour. I know it's not even 11, but I want this job done before the end of the day so I can toast our success with Miss Good-Looking in the fridge.
Then I'm counting on you, Mr. Arkride.
Same to you. Van's fine, by the way.
If you're sure... Then why don't you call me Agnes?
Agnes. I would totally be calling her Agnes, probably. Agnes.
That's all we have for now. Now, how about some more music?
I'm pretty sure I have the basic controls down. Unfortunately, like other Trails games, they let you save whenever you want to. That is handy. So, hit that. Main menu. You have what's sort of like the old school circular user interface that they used to have off on the side. It's just not on the main screen anymore. Equip. don't have any anything new, and of course we can't do this one yet. Tactics I'm fine with. Okay, let's go. You can't talk to everybody. You can only talk to people with that little symbol over their heads. Ah, breakfast was simply wonderful this morning. Montmartre never disappoints. The dessert is my real craving. Will their treats be enough to satisfy my sweet tooth? I don't know, ma'am. Van, good morning. I don't think I can do a small kid's voice. Huh? Hey, Eunice. Good to see you. You look ready to take on the world. Have you brushed your teeth, washed your face, had breakfast? You better, or else you're in big trouble. I have, promise. Geez, who's the adult between us now? Not you. You're too messy. You don't take care of yourself. Oh, did you make a new friend? Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. She's adorable. Her family are neighbors. They run the bistro here. Nice to see you again. Glad to see you got to talk to Van after all. Oh, I remember you. Yes, thank you for all your help earlier. You two know each other. Not really. She pointed me toward your office when I first came here. It was a big help. Paulette. Hi, it was nothing. Van's office isn't exactly easy to find anyway. You're not the first to come looking for directions. I honestly didn't think to look for your office on top of a restaurant as cozy as this one. That caught me by surprise. I wasn't really planning on it, but things shook out that way. Friendly, normal neighbors like these make for a nice front. You could stand to be a better one, you know. I still don't like that murky business of yours being right on top of mine. Assuming this is the old guy from the front. Old, relatively. Good to see you too, Victor. Victor. Late 40s, maybe. Not used to seeing you out during the day. When do you plan on coming? Oh, I see you have a young lady with you today. I better not see you try any funny business with her, understand? Girl that young doesn't need a ruffian like you ruining her life. Ruffian. Come on, give me at least a little credit. I ain't that much of a degenerate. She's just a normal client, chill. That's a relief because sometimes in these Trills games, I like them a little on the young side. Looking at you, Cheetah. I don't know about, normal, but he's right. I came to him first because I have some business I need his help with. Things must be complicated if you're coming to this idiot for help. Van, if you go dragging this lady in any shady alleys or bad parts of town, I'll have your head on a nice platter before dinner time. Are we clear? And don't eat too many sweets or you'll get cavities. That's exactly right, my sweet little Yumi. We can't forget that. I said, are we clear? Answer me, punk. Yeah, I'll be careful. Don't gotta grill me this in front of a client. You and your neighbors look close. because we've known each other for a while now. Anyway, good luck out there. Stay safe. Let us know if you get hungry. We'll get something for you in no time. Shop. Approach a shop clerk and press triangle to open their shop menu.
Okay.
Robinson? These mornings before work are so relaxing. When it comes to pre-work coffee, no one does it better than Montmartre. You can say that again. Paulette's brews just hit all the right notes. Don't tell Margaret I said that, but the sight of her serving me just brightens up my day every time. Don't tell her. And what's a friend of hers to do? Hey, cut me some slack, man. Okay, head over here. Chat. Oh, I've already forgotten how to say her name. So you're Agnes? Nice to meet you. It's not Agnes because it's got that funny accent on it. I apologize to everyone who knows the proper pronunciation. I'll get it down sooner or later. Hey, can you come back again sometime and play with me? You're fun to talk to. It would be my pleasure. Let's make a date for it. All right, it's a date, but let's focus on the job for now. You two take care now. You keep Agnes, quote unquote, safe, okay? You bet. A scratch on her is a scratch on my rep. Right, I'm ready to go.
Can't go wrong with any of them.
So what does this do? Restores HP. Aries up. How much money do I have? Not a lot. Well, let's get some roast coffee.
See you again.
Can we talk to the grumpy guy in the back? Yes. Victor. Damn kids today. Listen up. You know where the bad neighborhoods are. You better not be taking her to them. Cause any problems and I become the problem. You hear me? Aw, hee. He's got a heart of gold beneath that exterior. Pretty good chef, too. Just ask him if you're hungry and he'll whip up something for you. Oh, more people to talk to. More kids. Man, shh. She's going to find us. Yes. We've got to hide from Sheena. My bad. Didn't realize you guys were playing hide and seek again. I'll get out of your hair then. Just don't get yourselves into trouble. Yeah? No problem. She'll never catch me. She always catches me instead, and then she makes me a hostage. Come on, Mark, be positive. We're gonna win today. I know it. Okay. Sorry, Harry. I'll run as fast as I can. Ho-ho. Good luck with that.
Alrighty.
And what are you? Kiosk, Melrose.
More candy again?
Ooh, but there's something to buy here. Why do I want candy cigarettes? I'll get one just in case. Are candy cigarettes even still a thing? They had them when I was a little girl, but I have a feeling they don't really sell them anymore. I haven't seen one in ages. I should talk to her, huh?
Over in the Bontai district, however, construction has
I'll have the usual, please. If you've got any new flavors, I'll take some of those. Listen here. I run a tobacco joint. You hear me? Tobacco. All you buy are damn candies and paper. Find something else already. Not my fault I don't smoke, ma'am. Now, what else do I need? You listen to me when I'm talking to you. Freaking kids these days. Well, are they always like this? Okay, we've got something to read, though. Ooh, books is available. I'm going to assume that really tiny text we're not supposed to read. Politics, economy. Grand Heart Administration approval rating, 68%, which is not bad for a politician, really. Results of last week's straw poll are in, showing a high rating of 86% of citizens who say they strongly support the Graham Hart administration. Now entering its second year, the current administration is showing no significant decline from the 74% approval rating immediately after the election. For reference, former President Rocksmith saw only a 64% approval rating after his election, which dropped to 53% by his second year in office, a clear indication of the immense popularity of the current administration. What is the secret to this administration's continued success? Many have been theorizing, but word on the street seems to be that strong economic policies and support from the party base may have gone a long way. And there's 7 pages of this. I don't think I'm going to read 7 pages of this out loud. Oh, I got the special edition, limited edition version of this. And one of the postcards they had that showed pictures of the various characters wasn't of the characters, but was of a race car. So it looks like we may have race cars and maybe even racing cars in this game. Although I'm always terrible at these mini games. Lugan. Again, having trouble reading the thick thins on these letters. Okay, it looks like the Z1 races are similar to Grand Prix races in the real world. Advertisement. A taste of history with Quincy Bell. Quincy Company, confectioners beloved by even the royal family in Old Calvert, has announced a new summer treat, specially selected assortment of bonbon chocolates. From what I understand of the history, basically, again, this is similar to France. There was a revolution, and the royal family Probably not around anymore. And it became a democracy after a period of unrest. Why not keep Quincy Bell in mind next time you need something to show your appreciation to that special someone? And
now we bring you the weather. How's it looking for us?
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout.
now you can,
Clear skies are in store for the
by hitting R1, make him go faster, and normally I'll do this. But that also automatically advances the text, and I find the text advanced a little too fast when it does that, so...
Wish I could give her a good wax right now. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Huh? Oh, this must be his garage.
This is the garage where Van parks his pickup truck. The shutter is closed. Sheena? Oh, hi, Van. Wait. What are you doing here? Oh, nothing. Just looking for Harry. I went to go read my favorite novel, but there was a little comic book there instead. I just want to talk to him about it, I promise. Oh boy. Don't terrorize him too much, okay? Yeah. Dan seems quite popular with children here. Interesting.
something to keep in mind if you plan to make the drive.
Okay, not too much else to do here, I don't think.
Not this way.
Oh. Apparently I am correct. I was going to say I'm going to do a quick round, but yeah. They're going to keep me from doing too much running around investigating. Let's go. Oh, there's the bus stop. Yeah, the next one should be here soon. Then we're a hop, a skip, and a jump away to the Riverside District. Probably got time to go grab something from the kiosk if we need to. Already did that, Van. We're good. Wait for the bus. Sixth District, Riverside. Wow, this place is so gorgeous. Believe it or not, I never actually visited this district before. It's a pretty chill spot. There ain't much hustle and bustle. And that makes it a perfect hangout for more disreputable characters. I'm included in that category, by the way. Haha. And I assume the man we're meeting is as well? Yeah, that guy's nothing if not cautious. He's always jumping from hideout to hideout. Around this time on Wednesdays, he likes to go out and grab something from one of the stalls. No sign of him yet. But he'll come out to play sooner or later. Let's just wander around until he shows his ugly mug. That sounds like a plan. Oh, right. He's an acquaintance of yours, correct? If he's supplying us with information, I'm guessing he'll want something in return. Probably. Oh, and I forgot to mention something. That guy might know his stuff, and it's possible that he'll lend us a hand. But don't forget that he's a real piece of shit. The man knows no loyalties. Give him a bag of Mira, and that rat bastard will sell anyone out. Doesn't matter if they're friend, foe, or even family. I recommend letting me do most of the talking, and no matter what, don't give him anything he could use against you. Duly noted. Check the current objective to proceed with the story. Navigation. Expanding the minimap. Press down to expand the minimap. This feature will let you see the specific locations of surrounding facilities and the geography of the area more clearly. Like that. You can also rotate it around and move it up and down. Ta-da.
Alrighty.
So basically, he's just going to stand there until we move. Sorry for blocking your path, buddy. He likes hanging out in the terrace. Let's find a spot where we can scope things out. Wow, it was really necessary for us to go there and do that. Cafe and Bar Bermonte. Bermote? Bermote, I think.
Bermotti. Looks
Bermotti,
like it's
thank you.
closed right now.
Yeah, nighttime's when the mirror really rolls in. We can come back another time.
Bermotti. You know, I need you to say her name a few more times so I can get the pronunciation down for it. Cycling is so convenient once you get used to the physical strain of it. Shopping's a breeze, and you don't have to spend on transportation. Can't believe it's already been a year since I started biking regularly. Where's the time gone? My bike's made errands and commuting a breeze. Does this mean we're going to get a bike?
Well, where'd you next?
No, they're just chatting. I can't talk to them. And down we go. You didn't even stick around to see if we'd get into Summerfest. A show like that in front of Tyron Tower would have been huge for us. We were so excited about it. Are we not good enough? Is that why you left? Wow, she's beautiful. Is she involved with Summerfest? Probably shouldn't bother her.
Nice. We got a hit.
A hit? Oh, you mean that man. Is he the one we're looking for?
Sure is. Let's go see what we can get out of him.
Talk to the informant. Only red exclamation mark left. And finally at Riverside, I heard all the good eateries are down by the water.
What to do?
The atmosphere is living up to my expectations, but we've yet to see if the food will. Only one way to find out. Look out, stomach. Here it comes. Yeah, definitely somebody chomping down it, huh?
What to do? What
I
to do?
thought maybe you had something to shop. Down more? There we go.
Now then.
Oh, good stuff right here. The very best. Take as long as you need.
Shrimp and bean taco? Actually, that sounds really good. And orange juice. Ooh, cures seal. As an aside, if you hear the occasional crashes, I have 2 young cats that are chasing each other about the place. They're not quite kittens anymore. They're about 6 months old, but they still have a lot of kitteny behaviors. And that includes tearing the place up when I'm trying to broadcast. I don't like how little money we have, and I assume you're going to be here later. So, let's do this.
What to do? What to do? They haven't caught on to me yet. Don't think. If I can pull this off, I'm gonna be so rich.
What's going on, Guacamo?
The hell do you want, Arkride? Anytime you want me, it leads me to nothing but trouble.
Damn, some way to greet an old friend. And here I thought our last job together ended pretty well for both of us.
You kidding me? I would have made bank from that old hag if you hadn't gotten my way. We're supposed to be in the same business here.
I got my job, and you got yours. Besides, you got what was coming to you because you got greedy. Anyway, why not let bygones be bygones so we can talk us some business? Oh, yeah? Wait, who's the pretty thing with you? You hanging out with school kids now? My name is Agnes Claudel. It's nice to meet you, sir. Don't worry about it. She's a client. Wanted me to help her look for something. And so. Huh. It's an ornament that was stolen from an antique shop about a week ago. Sounds like it was stolen right when it got to them, too, so they didn't tell the cops about it. Judging by how the robbery went down, my guess is it's the work of some local gang. Whole thing feels like your wheelhouse, yeah? Sure does. Normally I'd jump on a job like this. I'm coming up empty on clues. I got my hands full with another job at the moment. Well, if I looked into it, I'm sure I could find something. You really think so? Heh. What can I say, young lady? I'm good at what I do. So what's the deal with it? You look like you're an upstanding type. What's this ornament got to do with you? It's a memento of my great-grandfather. I'm not at liberty to discuss how it left their possession. Or much else about it, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Huh. Well, sweet of you to care about him that much. All right, now, here's an idea. How about you leave the whole thing to me? I bet I'd be a lot more help at this kind of thing than Arkride ever will. What? I'm sorry, I appreciate the offer, but I'd like to trust him with this. I also need him to confirm the veracity of any information gathered as well. Ah. That's that Arma's brain right there. One look at the uniform will tell you she's smarter than your average kid. Anyway, if you do catch wind of anything, give me a call. You'll get your cut for it.
Well, see you around, girlie. If you ever change your mind, you know where to find me.
Sorry, did I talk a little too much? I'd give you about a 7 out of 10. Average? You did give him your name, some bare minimum information. Made it look like you were an easy target. But when it came down to it, you backed me up and knew where to draw the line. I'm guessing you were pretty aware of what you were doing, huh? Well, I do have an idea of how to conduct myself in situations like these, yes. I just don't know if there's much hope he'll contact us with his attitude at the end. Doesn't matter if we don't hear a peep. This ain't hanging on him. All we gotta do is wait for him to slip up, then bounce. A story about an antique shop getting an old memento stolen by a gang? Could have baited him with a better prospect of a payday. He couldn't even hide he was interested. So why'd he never bother to follow up with any questions? Never so much as asked for a copy of the photo. It just seals the deal in my book. Oh. So you think he's already involved in some way? Perhaps even directly? He's laid eyes on the thing, at the very least. So we're going after him. Right now? But how are we going to find him? All we know is he went that way. I told you, he likes to rotate his spots, right? One of his hideouts just so happens to be in this district. It's far enough from here, he won't think he'll be followed either. So come on. Coming. Okay, that's the symbol for the touchpad. So you have to touch the corner of the touchpad.
The terrace
There you go.
is just up ahead.
Well, take it slow. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb otherwise.
Anything else to do here? Oops. Wrong game. Push the wrong button. Look like... Oh, you can tilt. Wow. Cool.
Looks like he went behind the stairs.
Damn, good eye.
Is this the place? This doesn't lead into any ordinary building, I'm assuming. Yep. The subway company's in charge of this door and everything beyond. But the lock got switched, so now you don't even need a key to get in if you know the trick to it. But doesn't that mean we'll be trespassing? It's not illegal. But I'm not going to say the authorities will be quick to agree on that point. If you want to turn back... No, I'm going in with you. Good on you. And watch your footing. Enter the underground maintenance tunnel? Yes. Enter. Underground maintenance tunnel, Riverside Station. I had no idea this is what it looked like under the city. It feels almost surreal to be here. Don't think most people have any reason to come, so yeah. Looks like I'm gonna have to take back what I said, though. Go hang around the stalls or something while I take care of things in here. Why? There's why. You can find monsters even in the city. Just gotta look under it. Though last I heard, the guild would periodically come and do some spring cleaning. Just saying, this is no place for a student. Leave this part to me. Don't say that. I knew this job wasn't going to be without danger from the start, so I came prepared for it. So please, won't you take me with you? I won't get in your way, I promise. Huh? You do know we're not going on a picnic, right? I know you've got a Zepha. Oh, I don't know how to say that one either. Zepha? Zifa? I know you've got a Zifa, but you're going to need more than that in a fight. I didn't come with just a combat ornament. I have this too. Whoa. It's the Oracle staff I chose to learn for self-defense lessons at the Academy. Through the Academy. I've experienced fighting mock battles with it, and using healing arts. I really do think I can do more good than harm. Fine. We're short on time, so let's get moving. But if I think you are leaning on harm, you agree to get out of here. We clear? It's my job to make sure my client's safe, and I don't skimp on quality. I understand. Thank you. Ooh, things I can break. If I knew which thing to hit. Ah, there we go. X. Okay, monsters. Okay, if you're ready, then let's get to it. Just to make sure, you know what shards are. Yes, I do. They're a field deployed by Xiphus. I've used them before, but only in mock battles, and even then it was just for defensive purposes. That's a fine start. Shards can be used for more than just that. They can be linked and used offensively, among other things. You gotta deploy them to do any of that, of course. When you do, stay on your toes, because it's fighting time. Gonna ask again. You ready? As I'll ever be. Let's do this.
Deploying shards!
Beginning engagement. Brace yourself.
Command battle. Battle progresses in turns, and a character can act once their portrait reaches the center of the bar. This is essentially like the battles have usually been in Trails games. It's turn-based. But you have to, when you're getting into a fight, you have to hit the square button. It doesn't, you don't automatically get to do turn-based. You have to instigate turn-based. When your turn comes up on the battle order, use the left stick to move around freely, which is kind of cool once I got used to it. So you can move. You're not stuck in place. You can use the right stick to pick your monster. And they chatter at each other a lot. Defend. Use the top and bottom buttons on the D-pad to switch the command from attack to defend. I will demonstrate. There's attack. She's now defending. But actually, attack works fine here, so I'm going to move her up. Ouch.
You'll pay for that.
Use R1. Use crafts. And use direction button to position the crafts. So that's kind of similar to previous Trails games.
Keep it up. It's working.
Take that.
A chance.
Yeah, they're not letting us use our chat, which is fine. And if you're wondering about combat links, we'll get to those. Again, I played the demo a few weeks ago, but I played the very first prologue part of this several times to kind of get used to the battle system, because it really threw me for a loop the first time I tried it. Better at it now. That'll do. You handled yourself pretty well for your first fight. You flatter me, but I only did so well because you were covering me. Hope you don't mind me asking, but I notice you use a rather odd support AI. Hollow, I think is the correct term. Yeah, you're using AIM. That's a pretty generic one. I'm using a custom, personalized hollow. I think when they say hollow, they mean what we used to call master gems. Or master quartz. It's pretty special, I'd say. Our model is MKESV004. Name's Mare. I got an acquaintance to send me a test version. The performance is way better than the generic models. It's the only reason I put up with her big mouth. Oh gosh, yes, she talks and talks and talks. I really hope there's some way to turn her off eventually. Haha. I think she's just fine, actually. Zypha in general are really convenient to have. Yep. The 6th generation battle orbits made a real improvement over the last gen. The AI and shards are real lifesavers. I'll teach you more about shards along the way. Right now, let's keep moving. Yes, let's. Information on orbits have been added to the help section in the notebook. This is the notebook.
Combat over. Processing data.
And there she is. The voice you can't escape. Okay, can't beat those up. Alright. Everything I'm used to using X for in the previous games, I use triangle for.
Whew, that hits the spot.
You're welcome, Van. Those are the same types of monsters we saw earlier. We won't even need to deploy our shards to clean up small fry like this. Just move in and clobber them. Right. If you prefer turn-based, you'll have to use shards. Hold attacks, you basically just go in and hit X a lot.
Let's get to work.
Obviously quicker. I don't like it very much, though. Phew, we got through that safely. You did well in there, even without shards. And you're pretty handy with that orbital staff. Ah, thank you. I like being able to put a bit of distance between me and other enemies. It helps me remain calm when I'm dispatching them. Sounds like a solid strat. I'll cover the front, so you can focus on support from the back. Will do. By the way, Van, I've never seen a weapon like that before. It's shaped like a sword, but it doesn't exactly have an edge, does it? It's a stun caliber. Just like Mare, it's a more unique weapon I got through my connections. But it does have an edge, actually. Using it takes a little trick. That's not what I want to focus on right now. Every battle's kind of like a puzzle of their own. You need to weigh whether or not to end it without deploying shards, or if you're going to go all in. You need to figure out how to take them each at a time, and the answer is not always going to be the same. Keep that in mind as we go along, yeah? Yes, I'll try. Switch command battles. Press square to deploy shards.
Enemies nearby. Nice work.
But it only works when enemies are nearby.
Well then, away we go.
Oh, not smashable. Oh, those are down there, but we have to take care of this thing first.
I'll take you on.
Shard skills. During command battles, shard skills are activated based on the activation's percent displayed. That's that little red square at the bottom. Now, if you want to look at them,
It can't hide anything from us.
there's the stats for the bad guy.
Keep it up. It's working.
And as near as I can tell, you don't have analyze and you don't have battle scopes. So you instinctively know what they are, I guess. You don't have to analyze them to see what the monsters are. As near as I can tell. That thing is weak to
Keep it up. It's working.
water and fire. Oh, nobody has Earth yet.
I'll take you on.
Escaping command battles. Hold O to release shards. You do actually have to hold it.
A chance.
Let's keep moving ahead.
And if you press up on the directional, you can see the results of the battle. Got a tear bomb. And when you're smashing chests, you do have to run over the whatever's dropped by the chest in order to pick it up. It doesn't automatically go to you. Although if you get close enough, it does. Okay, all kinds of things here. Where are we going? Oops. Wrong thing. Down, not up. Okay, is there any chest here? Nope, there's things to smash.
That looks like a nice chest.
There is a chest here. Enemy information display. Yeah, like I said, touchpad. Touchpad in the corner.
Displaying enemy stats.
And she just has to narrate everything.
Keep it up.
Oh, there is a second one.
Keep it up. A chance.
Activating skill.
Over here. All for you. Keep it up. A chance. You'll pay for that. You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Terror bomb. Okay. thought there were 3 different groups here, but I guess the middle group that was right here joined with this group, which is fine.
Messing back. Proceed with caution. It should be safe for now.
Oh, great. Drones. I hate those things. Most weapons will more or less bounce off their jelly-like bodies. That wouldn't be a problem for my orbital staff. Smart girl. That's a good idea. As a rule of thumb, enemies resistant to physical attacks are usually pretty weak to orbital arts. Probably already know this, but your orbital staff basically works just like orbital arts, sans the cast time. I'll be using orbital arts for these guys, but you can pick between them and your staff, whatever's more convenient for you. All right.
Arts work best on this enemy.
Press square to view arts. Also, press square to swap between attack and support arts.
Good luck! Displaying enemy stats.
Weak to wind.
Attack their weakness with
And
an art.
earth.
Activating drive.
Going all in.
I don't really need to heal yet. Oh, she has tear. Go out and just swat at one.
There!
That's gonna move with him.
Certain
Okay.
arts will work better. Don't take your eye off the enemy.
This'll hurt.
I'll dice you up!
A chance.
Oh, good.
You'll pay for that.
Activating skill.
And that's all she wrote. Good job, Van. She's holding up a lot better than I thought. I've expected her to give up by now, or at least want to take a break. Is something the matter? Nah, don't mind me. Your orbital staff's pretty convenient when dealing with these guys. That and your orbital arts are a pretty neat asset. It's like having you watched by 6. Just make sure you stay behind me. Leave the front lines to me. And I will. Thank you. About HP recovery. Press select to open the main menu. There you can use either items or arts to recover your lost HP. Items, triangle. Arts, ornament. So if you want to use arts, basically it's square twice. Enemy advantage. When the party leader is attacked while in a precarious position, command battle begins with the enemy at an advantage. We'll try to avoid that. And I don't think there's any more enemies in the immediate vicinity. Like that. Yeah, and you have to run over it.
No enemies found.
And there we go. Healing arts. assorted grades. We got a food item. I should say a food component. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with these guys. So we'll do a short attack.
Certain arts will be more effective.
And she missed.
Got your number. My move now.
Loading enemy stats.
Going all in.
Earth, water, fire, wind. Yeah, she really doesn't have anything that it's very interested in. Or that will hurt it very much apart from her staff.
Battle finished.
Oops.
Processing data.
That's what I wanted to do. Look at the battle results. Getting a lot of tear bomb. Hinderizer. I'm going to assume that's a food component. Ah! Triangle, not axe. An earring. Prevents rot. Erosion resistant properties. I say we give that to the tank.
Alrighty.
Hang on. Equip X. Oops. Map is down. Direction down. I don't know why I keep getting that mixed up. I'll get used to it.
Can't believe there were monsters right beneath my feet. I had no idea.
Got the bracers to thank for that. They're usually good at keeping them contained. Give me your worst. Keep it up. Good work, guys. We all in one piece?
Whoops. My wireless controller battery is low, according to a message I just got. I think it should be okay. Although if it quits, I do have another one charged up and ready to go. Do you think these are Guacamo's footprints? Yeah, fresh as a few minutes ago, I'd wager. Which doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. All the monsters we've encountered along the way, he must have encountered some too. Yeah, I didn't hear any gunshots either. He had to slip past all of them unnoticed. There's only one way he could have done that. Ramda activate? What's that? Don't worry about it. Just something I learned about in the past. And that if you played Cold Steel 4, you know about. Anyway, we're almost at his hideout. Stand guard. Will do. There's a lot more of these guys around than I expected. So, what's the plan? Should we pick off their numbers one by one? Nah, that'd take too much time. I'll cut a path through, so stick close to me. Understood. Charge attack. Press R2 for a charge attack.
Looks like the gang's all here.
I'm pressing R2.
Brace yourself! Show them what you're really capable of! There's so many of them! Look out!
Stunned enemies can't move for a set period of time. Attacking an enemy steadily increases its stun gauge to 100%.
Certain arts will work better. Good luck!
I know certain arts will work better. You don't have to keep telling me.
Got a whole slew of them. Think fast.
Take this! Keep it up!
Going all in.
That one's still stunned? Are they still stunned? Pardon me.
Bring it on.
Activate skill!
Keep it up! Keep it up!
Oops.
Let's keep moving ahead.
Meanwhile,
This thing's good shit, but it wears you out like nothing else.
that would be because you're not a member of the armed forces trained to use it, sir.
Real big upgrade between the 4th and 5th gen orbments right here. I can see why the army liked it so much. Was worth extorting it out of that corrupt general a while back. But what am I gonna do now? No one's gonna find the goods now that I've got them well hidden. Now I gotta settle between selling it to A for a fat stack or taking it to some lab or a tech corp. That girl with Arkride seemed to know what it was worth, too. Wouldn't mind having her work under me if it meant getting him out of the way. I might be able to tap more than extra Mira out of that
Dude. Let's not get totally creepy here. I know it's a Trails game, but let's just not go for the underage girls. Seriously.
Getting a little ahead of yourself, aren't we?
Huh? What are you doing here?
So you came here after all. Not a bad hustle you got going on. You learned what those punks were up to, tipped off the cops, then snatched the case in the confusion so you could profit from the shadows.
Wait, I hear you. I screwed up. I'll give you back what I stole. And Mira. And whatever dirt you want to know. I'd never even think of picking a fight with all...
Too late. You underestimated us, and for that, you will pay with fear.
What was that?
Giacomo. Come on, but stay behind me.
Okay.
Shit might be hitting the fan soon.
What do you mean?
Looks like the gang's all here.
Be sure to keep your distance. Best point found.
Triangle, not X. There we go.
Whew, that hits the spot.
No. Van, we've got to. He's...
Save it. He's dead.
I can't believe it.
I can see he tried to resist, but he couldn't stop his throat from being slit. Wasn't even the usual knife, more like a machete. And then his left hand is...
What are you two doing down here?
What in Adios' name?
Whoa! Look at all that blood!
Shit.
It would be the guy we were just about to ask to come in and talk to us. You look like you found yourself in the middle of a real mess here. I hope you're ready to come to the station.
Crime scene secured at 1:10 p.m.
2 important witnesses will volunteer themselves into custody and accompany us to the sighting station.
Please, Miss Claudel, you can talk to me. What were you doing in a place like that? What did the man with you say to trick you into going? Nothing. If anything, I was the one who persuaded him. What the request was that Mr. Arkride accepted, though, I'm afraid I can't say anything more about. You are aware this may end up causing trouble for your school, aren't you? I'm not sure how we can avoid contacting them now that you're involved in this. I understand. This all feels like a nightmare. I can't believe somebody I was just talking to hours ago is now... And all my insisting has gotten Van caught up in this.
Who do you think you're fooling, Arkride?
Detective Nate?
You think we'll believe it was just some coincidence that you were in the maintenance tunnel? That you were just taking that girl with you alone on some field trip? Not a chance!
What do you want me to say? It's the truth. You think I volunteered to come in here just to tell lies? I sure do. You may as well be a criminal yourself, Spriggan. No way in hell someone like you just happened to come across a murder scene. Stranger things have happened. Come on. You interrogate all of your victims this way? You tense from overwork? How about I lend a hand? I got a handyman's license, even. Service with a smile and always willing to lend an ear. That's the Arcade Solutions motto. Arkride. You son of a... I'm more curious why you happened to show up when you did. He was a real slimeball, but he was also a nobody. Just what were you hoping to get out of him? What was so important that it required a bunch of officers and 2 investigators?
I can see the rumors of how much a handful you are weren't overselling you.
Inspector Daswani.
Your weapon might not have a blade, but I've never seen anything like it. And you've got a state-of-the-art orbment, too. You've been skirting the line of legality dangerously close these past few years. You do know we could come down on you if we wanted to, right?
Wow, that's harsh. It's just a self-defense baton. As for my Sypha, that's just for the herbal net. I've been authorized to have one as a tester, I'll have you know. Though, hey, even I know that authorization coming from a questionable foreign company ain't the best look.
Took the words right out of my mouth. You really know how to throw people off.
Inspector, I say we grill this guy good. It's clear he's a total good-for-nothing. You don't lead a pretty lady astray without having some kind of ulterior motive. Like him that young detective? Huh. Just don't go too deep down that rabbit hole. You think I look bad? Just wait till people hear a cop got hooked on hitting up juveniles for favors. But you know my address if you ever get in hot water over it. You think you can waltz in here and... Nate, don't let him roll you up.
You're wasting your time with that one.
And just the hell, who the hell are you? This room's off limits.
I would be with the Central Intelligence Department, the group that asked for your help on this case.
Renee Kincaid.
The name's Kincaid. I'm with the CID's Analytical Division. On its behalf, I thank you for your aid in locating Giacomo Conte. And I see your line caught a second fish as well.
Are you serious? We feel awful for losing him, really. But it's clear as day this guy knows something. We'll have it out of him before long. Mark my... That won't be necessary. He and his companion will be coming with us. Huh? On what grounds? Our own investigation has led us to safely rule them out as culprits in Mr. Conte's murder. As such, for reasons I'm not at liberty to discuss, they will be coming into our custody. I trust that won't be a problem. Oh, not at all. Do what you want with them. Don't be such a damn suck-up. Should have known this is how it'd be once they showed up. Very well. This was always the CID's request. Do as you will. But as much of a low-life piece of scum as he was, we're dealing with a man's death here. I'll thank you, and you, to remember that. Of course I will. You needn't worry about that. Leave everything to us. Man, oh thank goodness. They let you go too? Yeah, after this troublemaker showed up.
I'll be taking my leave now, sir.
Understood. You know what needs doing next, and be sure to send your report to the chief.
She said she was with the Central Intelligence Department.
Looks that way. Seems real competent, too. And you're able to bark out orders to her just like that, huh? Shows you've moved up in the world, Renee.
Huh?
Kincaid, not Renee. You know that. Though perhaps you need reminding after 3 years.
Hard to say if 3 years ago even counted as a proper hello. You're still on the ball as ever, you spectacled sadist.
Same to you, Spriggan. Still working from the shadows and relying on old-fashioned stubbornness and trickery to get the job done, I see.
Damn right.
The CID is currently hot on the trail of the duo who murdered Giacomo Conte. We found trace evidence of them at the scene.
Oh!
Knew you wouldn't waste time. Then...
I know your nose and circle of suspicious contacts are not to be underestimated. I won't be getting in the way of whatever you and your friend are working on. If you hear anything interesting, however, you'll give me a call. You owe it to me after bailing you out.
Contact information exchanged.
I don't believe I've heard that hollow before. By the way, have you told her you're back yet? Well, that answers that. Will you ever grow up? Take care, then. You as well, young lady.
Thank you.
So, you two are friends? Nah, it's just an old acquaintance I can't seem to shake. Anyway, much as I hate being his debt over anything, this'll be over way faster with him on the case. Both solving Guacamo's murder and your job. I see. If you want to call this whole thing off, I'm fine with that. Won't charge you anything if you do. Not after how much of a mess this has turned into. Leaving this all up to me also works if you trust me enough. That's not an issue, but now that somebody's lost their life, I don't think I can afford to avert my eyes. It's not right. Can I not stay with you for at least today? It pains me to cause you more problems than I already have, but at the same time... You're too young to worry about causing your elders problems. Alright. If you're that set on this, then let's get back to work. Next up, we take the subway to Riverside. What? You aren't thinking of going back to the scene of the crime, are you? Nah, still gonna be sealed off, so no way we're getting close to it. You have somewhere else in mind. Let's get moving. I'd like to still get this wrapped up today. All right.
Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time? You just came out of the police station, didn't you? I'm hearing there was just a murder. Was that why you were in there?
Pardon me? Huh? And just who are you?
I'm Marielle M.A., the newest reporter with the Tyrell Times. I only just joined the paper's local news division and happened to hear what was going on from a source of mine. You wouldn't happen to have anything to add about the murder, would you? I'll take anything.
She's a little too peppy about this murder, isn't she? You got good instincts on you, Missy. The cops just took in a key witness, being questioned as we speak. Sounds like it's a detective called Nate in charge. I'm thinking he'll have more for you if you run in now. Man, you can't just...
Really? Thank you so much. Just you wait, Dingle. I'll get one over you this time.
Wait, the key witnesses are...
Having a rough day?
Nothing I'm not used to. I'm gonna go see Ramonte now. Or Mati. That should square us up after I lent a hand in that case with the spoiled brat.
Sure. I'll get it done.
That wasn't very nice of you, Van. Can't just feed somebody in her position false information. Sure I can. Last thing we need when we're busy is a reckless rookie sticking her nose into our shit. Why not let her make trouble for the cops to make our job easier? Wait for me. Looks like they still have it cordoned off. What do you think will happen to Guacamo? They should have already had his body taken out for an autopsy a while ago. But you don't need to be an expert to see whatever slit his throat was a pro. So, where exactly are we going? The cafe and bar over there. Oh, is it open now? About to be. Today's hours should be from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's a Paris. Paris should be on the 24-hour clock. Or at least it was when I was there last. Might be better to kill a little time before going in. It's probably still setting up for the evening. Oh, sure.
Oh, this place is so soothing. It's so calm here with all the hustle and bustle.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about this area.
Not a lot matters in this biz as much as public opinion. Without that, you might as well not even exist. That's what we wanted, right? We've come so far. I give it up now, Natalie. I need to be on the lookout for someone named Natalie, apparently. Police car? Can I help you with something? This is a restricted area. I'd appreciate it if you'd stand back. We're dealing with an incident inside. I'm sure I had no shortage of those lately. Huh? She knows food truck's not here today. Oh, I was really hoping to grab a drink and get my mind off of everything. Oh, I just can't catch a break. And I don't even have anyone to vent to now. Ah, whatever. It's less calories for me. Selma? I know. I'll go for a run instead. Maybe he'll notice me if I shave off this weight. Who needs dinner and drinks anyway? Honey, you're plenty skinny. Look at you. You do not need to lose weight.
Nowhere better in Riverside than here.
They put stalls set up along the river.
What's with the food here? It doesn't look the best, but it's dirt cheap and it doesn't skip on where it counts. Flavor. It's not high-end by any means, yet it's so good I can't stop stuffing my face. How dare food this delicious exist? Anyone else to talk to? Yes? No? I don't think so. Poke my nose over here.
Well, where'd you go?
They're just chatting to each other. Can't actually talk to them when they've got that dark balloon over their head. Let's go to the cafe. I think I'm in the wrong place. Wrong cafe. Too many cafes on a street in Paris. Edith. Looks like he's still getting ready to open. Should I go in anyway or keep wandering around? The main story will advance upon entering the cafe. I'm going to go inside. I debated it, but let's do this.
Well, hello again, handsome. I've been waiting for you. I figured you'd show up early enough. I suppose the girl next to you is your client? She suits that uniform to a T.
Oh, hello? Come on, we only just walked in the door and you already got her red. Bartender?
My name's Bermati, sweetheart. I'm the owner and bartender of this fine establishment. Van and I have a very special relationship.
You have a boyfriend? We just scratch each other's backs, that's all. Helps that he makes some of the best coffee and cocktails in town. He's also a first-rate information dealer with a hell of a lot of fishy contacts. Oh, I see. My name is Agnes Claudel. It's a pleasure to meet you. Still don't have her first name right. Well, isn't she a polite one? What a lovely client you have today. So, I assume whatever led you here regards Guacamo? That's right. Word travels fast. Of course it would. The scene of the crime was practically in my front yard. I find him difficult to like as someone in the same trade. But I'll have never wished this on him. Even if he did most likely bring it on himself. What do you mean? So he did put his hand in the fire. Guessing it was last night? Well guessed. You're absolutely right. One of my sources tell me he tipped off the police. He said a criminal gang was in the middle of a massive drug deal. That's no good. It's not that uncommon. But I'm more thinking it was a hoax. Indeed, it was. Police arrested several from the scene, but they found no evidence that drugs ever changed hands. However, it did look like they were in the middle of a dispute of some kind. But who the other party was, they could not ascertain. The ones caught were also saying something along the lines of, "Who ratted us out? They wouldn't have done it. So was it someone on our side?" Huh. Judging by all you've said, it sounds like those criminals in that other party were still scheduled to do some kind of deal, even if it wasn't drug-related. And Guacamo called the police on them, creating confusion by doing so? Well, well. Yeah, you're dead on. He then took advantage of that to make off with something from the scene, and ended up with a one-way ticket to the other side for it. Yes. My thinking is along the same line as yours, although I haven't got a clue what something in question is. As for how he was able to make off with it completely undetected, I can only speculate. There must have been some kind of trick to it. You don't think he used a Cypher, do you? No, there still aren't many of them in circulation. I think he used a previous model, which fit his objective much better. There's a fair number of them making the rounds on the black market these days. A Ramda, huh? Alfred's 5th generation orbit? Yeah, the one developed between Vern and the Epstein Foundation a while back. That's why you don't use typefaces like this for screens. But never mind. It was used by the police and the army for a while, but as soon as the 6th gen was introduced, they wasted no time dumping it. Zypha's better, sure, but the Ramda was just as good as a Erebonia's Arcus back then, with its most notable feature being stealth capabilities. So you think he used that stealth to hide something? Quite. Well, less something and more someone himself. It lets you disappear as if by magic. How long it lasts depends on the user, and it can't avoid tripping sensors. Yeah, and he was worn out after using it, so it takes something out of you. But slipping onto a scene that's already in disarray and stealing something? That would be child's play. It does all make sense. Puts it all into perspective for us, huh? We charged into the maintenance room after hearing a scream. All we found was Guacamo's corpse. But we weren't the only people who were there. The criminals who slit his throat were still there too. They just snuck right past us using Ramda's stealth capabilities. But fearless criminals they are. Certainly not bottom of the barrel. We could be dealing with Jaegers, or perhaps. Whoever they are, they've recovered what they were looking for. So I'll don't you find success in pursuing them any further. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Oh? Knew he wouldn't keep me waiting.
Here are all the bases he used for the past few years, complete with security locks.
Thanks. We'll call this even.
Oh, and just to add, there's been no sign of any Jaeger Corps on the move as of yesterday. Well, be seeing you.
All right. Guess I'm in your debt again. What was that all about? So, Wakamo had multiple hideouts, did he? That could mean whatever he stole is in one of those. But if it wasn't a Jaeger Corps he had a run-in with... Oh, forget it. I can't believe he turned to Dingo. And right in front of me. You know I'll sing like a canary for you any day of the week. Ha. Sorry, but I was never much of the faithful type. Well, we got a lot of new information out of that. I'm just surprised at how well connected you are. What can I say? I spend time putting people in my debt so I can cash in favors when I need them.
You must have amassed quite a collection by now.
I'm assuming this was the Central Intelligent guy was talking about?
Oh. I'd heard you were a regular at this establishment, but I wasn't expecting to run into you just as it was opening.
That makes two of us. First Renee, then you. Hell of a day for me.
You've certainly spent a lot of it skulking around. Up to no good, I assume. I imagine it was half your own fault that you got hauled off to the police station.
Wish I could argue otherwise. Should have known it wouldn't take long for you to hear about what happened and come running.
Of course. I've paid a visit to the scene of the crime as well. Giacomo was hardly a pleasant person, but he was a decent informant to use when work called for one. I hope you know that the detectives at the station and that reporter are very displeased with you, by the way. Your love of causing trouble for everyone and taking advantage of it to further your own goals has never been a bright spot for you.
Don't got a clue what you're talking about. Damn, this is awkward.
I can't believe it.
Forgive me. My name is Elaine. I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation.
Oh, not at all.
I think we have much to discuss. But we're also both busy, so that can wait for another time. Whoever can solve this case first, the CID, the police, the guild, wins the prize lying in wait. That also goes for our presumed suspects. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Be careful not to get too involved here, Van. I'm almost certain that the two people who killed Giacomo were from A.
Thinking the same. But I'll chalk myself up to owing you one for telling me.
You know her? What, you do too? I guess she does pop up in the paper every once in a blue moon. Of course I know her! She's really famous! I don't think there's anyone in Calvert who doesn't know the face of Elaine Auclair. She's one of the youngest bracers ever to reach A rank in the guild. They're ace! And they even call her... I can't remember, but it's something like... Beauty's Blade. Elegant enough for someone adept with the swordsmanship of the Old Kingdom. Heh. Hard not to feel for her for having beauty slapped onto her title. Are the two of you close? You're just trying to hook him up with everybody, dear. She's just an old friend. Anyway, we've wasted enough time here. Almost got this one in the bag. We can talk stuff through while we're on the move. To make it short, I think it's safe to assume the thing Giacomo made off with is the orbment you're looking for. We know it was stolen from an antique shop a week ago by a gang of punks. Said punks then met with a pair of others to deliver it and, at this point, likely had some dispute over Mira. That was when the police charged onto the scene, leaving Giacomo, who had called them, to snatch the goods using his Ramda. But then that pair tracked him down the very next day. They waited in ambush for him at the crime scene, murdered him, and then stole his Ramda and used it to escape. Ramdas are like any other kind of computer in that they've got apps to note things and store info in them. Giacomo was always a cautious one, so I'm sure he wouldn't have made the info too easy to identify. But I'm guessing the locations of his hideouts were on there, that the culprits could use the device to find him. Do you think his murderers are using the Ramda to find which spot has what he stole then? Pretty much. Fortunately, we've been able to use data on his recent movements to narrow down the top 3 places it could be. One's in front of Chiron Tower, in the 3rd District. One's near Central Station in the 7th District. And then there's the one in the 12th District around the Grand Circuit. Racetrack on the outskirts of town. Look, they've even got the river running through at this scene. Sign? The sign. They really tried to make that look like Paris. Which of them would you say is the most fishy? Brighton Tower, Central Station, Grand Circuit. 7th District, Central Station. Oh yeah? Where'd you go with that? Well, Summerfest was being held in the tower until late last night. I believe the Z1 Grand Prix was also being held at the circuit then. I can't imagine he would want to risk his hideout being discovered by going inside when there were lots of people around. Nice work. There's a door down an alley just before the station that leads underground. My guess is Giacomo hid what we're after down there. Then that means we should...
The next stop will be in the cathedral in Edith's Feast District. Those traveling to the cathedral or Aramis Academy.
No. No, You're getting off at the next stop. What? Closest station to your dorms, right? Don't worry. I'll have this thing cracked by the end of the day, and the goods with you by tomorrow. But you were fine with me helping you before. Before. This is now. The affiliation of Guaco's motorists changes everything. Are you referring to that A group? Yeah. Everyone is on board around them, about them right now. Not just the cops in the guild either. I'm talking other organized crime groups and even Jaeger Corps. If that's who we're up against, I can't promise I can keep you safe. So this is what we're going to do. I'm sorry. Turn 2 SP, yay! That's for guessing the right,
We are now arriving
right station,
at the
or right
cathedral.
district.
The doors on the left side will open.
That's not her. Another girl from her school.
I thought I told you to get off at the next stop.
You'll have to forgive me for being selfish, but you have to understand just how much that memento means to me. It's something that connects me not just to my great-grandfather, but my mother and grandmother too. And that's not the only reason I want to see this through now. A man is dead. I know you don't like the idea, but I feel like I have to be a part of this. Whatever may come to happen. I'll do everything I can to ensure my own safety, and I'll do everything you ask in the field. So please, won't you let me come with you?
Fine. You're the client. I can see you at least know your way around that staff and arts. But you're gonna have to do everything to keep yourself safe. And if I give you an order, you follow it. If you fail to do that, I terminate our contract then and there. We clear?
Absolutely. Thank you.
We are now arriving at Edith Central Station. Those transferring to the Transcontinental Railroad.
Feels like the sun went down real fast. But even at this hour with nothing going on, there's so many people. It is how most people arrive in the city after all. Not to mention all the department stores. There's also that fancy new herbal store that doubles as a cafe. It's been drawing a lot of customers. Yeah, I know the one. Funny to think how much this area's changed in just a couple of years. Those big screens weren't here before either. Now it's hard to imagine them not being here. City's changing so fast it makes your head spin. True, it is.
Very good evening to you, Edith. It is now 6:45 p.m., which means it's time for today's evening news.
An odd time for the news to be coming on, but okay.
President Gramhart held a press briefing at the presidential building in Vontai at 3 p.m. today. He discussed this year's ending of the reparations from Erebonia, and with it, the impact it will have on Calvert's future.
It has been 2 years since the Erebonian Empire launched an unprovoked war of aggression against us. A vile act we were generous enough to forgive. The price it paid in the form of reparations was steep, but every last Mira was, in my strong opinion, justified. I believe its actions, its atrocities, the past several centuries are behind it. I warmly welcome it back to the international community with open arms, promoting an era of peace between us, even when it comes to Crossbell State.
Which is independent now, which you are going to be leaving alone, Mr. President. Just so we're all clear on that. Leave Crossbell alone.
With reparations due to come to an end this year, some have raised concerns that an economic recession is on the horizon. Those fears are unfounded. We have used these past 2 years to transform our economy, to bolster our capital, to better our technology. No nation has surpassed what we have accomplished because no nation can. We cannot take our supremacy for granted. I have every intention of taking this power and using it to lead our great world as a whole to a more glorious, prosperous future.
Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite president. He's a little heavy-handed. You can't say he hasn't delivered. Calvert's GPD passed the Empire's in his first year in office, and this year is on track to surpass that by a lot. Yes, I suppose that's true. He's been enacting some very dangerous policies across the board, and not just economically. Compared to the last guy, yeah, Samuel Rocksmith seemed more grounded. Anyway, didn't mean to talk politics. Would prefer not to waste time in rival territory. You have a rival? Ah, the Gauntlet. Oh, the Bracer Guild. I do remember hearing they had a branch near Central Station. Yep. Maybe they aren't expecting to hear anything close to home, but they've still got a sharp crew on hand. So let's get to work. We gotta get what you're looking for before the duo who got Wakamo do. Right. Do you know where the entrance to his base is, then? Right over there. The alley next to that old department store leads to the door we're looking for. Come on. Yes, sir. And this is a good place to stop for a while. So, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day.
Alrighty.
Alrighty to you too, Van.